As we go on our adventure in Tootie Fruitie, we go over the rainforest river, and there we meet a little fish that likes to nibble our fingers and our toes and possibly our elbows. So we're going to make our very own fish next, and like it's going to end up looking like this one, and we can make it move and swim. Lovely. And then I'm using neon colours for this. You don't have to, but you might like to. I quite like the brightness. So I'm going to make a pink and a green fish today and show you how to do that. So any brightly coloured paper, we're going to grab a square of paper first of all. So I'm going to use bright pink for its body. Then I'm going to fold it diagonally in half like this. I'm then going to open it back out, and I'm going to keep taking this corner here. I'm going to fold it to that center line, and I'm going to do that with the other corner as well. So it looks a little bit like a kite shape. Yeah, when I'm folding it, I'm going to unfold it, put the half back together, so I end up with this lovely big triangle. Then I'm going to use my scissors, making sure that I've got a grown-up with me if I need supervision, and I'm going to cut through all the way from the folded edge through to where I have made another crease, yeah, on this slightly smaller angle here. And I'm just going to keep doing that about maybe no more than a centimetre wide. Mine's slightly narrower, and I'm just going to keep making almost like the ribs of the fish. I'm trying not to go past my folded line, just up to it. And this is what's going to give me motion in my fish. I'm going to go all the way to the end. Pretty much about there, just leaving a little end. So I've got this kind of feathered effect here. I'm then going to take this pointy edge, I'm just going to add a curve to that with my scissors. So from about here, I'm going to soften that, making this a curved shape just here. And that's what's going to be the top, the mouth of my fish. And then going to unfold it. I would like these two surfaces here, I'm going to glue these together. So I'm making this little tunnel now that's going to be like this, the underside of the fish. So I'm going to pop some glue on this edge here. You can use PVA, I'm just going to use a glue stick. And then this is ever so slightly tricky because I don't want to squash my fish. So doing it so that I'm trying to line up these surfaces where the crease is, so it's crease to crease. Then what I do is I just stick my hand in that. You might have smaller hands, so it'll be easier. Just trying to make sure that I can stick that surface, and if I need to, I was popping my scissors in just to flatten it down a little bit and make sure that surface is gluing to itself. And I end up with the body of my fish. I'm then going to make its mouth next, and to do that I am going to have a circle, and I'm using the same colour as the body, yeah, for my circle. And then I've got a slightly smaller circle, and I've chosen to have neon green. I'm going to glue the smaller circle on top in the centre of the bigger circle. And my biggest circle needs to fit inside the mouth of the fish, yeah, because that creates the bottom, the jaw. So I'm going to glue my smaller circle on top of, in the center of my bigger circle. Push that down, and then I'm going to glue, so I put glue on half of my bigger circle, this into here. So I'm going to put glue on this top half, and I'm going to place like a big tongue that down just there. Now I need, so I've got most of my fish. It needs some fins. Does this fish? If you look at these ones, we've got these lovely fins on the sides, and then this tail, and it also needs some eyes. So I'm going to ask you to cut out some love hearts. I happen to have a cookie cutter, so I've cheated a bit and used that, but you might draw it freehand, or you might choose to draw around something that is heart shaped to help you. And you're going to cut out 2 of those, and you're going to cut one in half and keep the other one whole. So I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut down the center of that. And I'm going to put glue along the very edges of the half fin. And I want to make sure, so just the very inside edge, and I want to make sure that that's going away from my fish. So the rounded part of the heart is going to be at the back. And I'm going to put that just where the gills start, just where my slices have started to be cut. I'm going to do that with the other one. I'm going to try and make them symmetrical. That's my mission. Doesn't matter if they're a bit off. So in a similar place on the other side. Oh, it's looking fishy. Like this. And then what it really needs is a tail. So I'm going to take my heart shape and I'm going to pop some, I want to be able to stick this onto here like that. So I'm just going to check and make sure I know where I need my glue. And actually it might make more sense to put my glue here, yeah, without squashing, if I can without squashing it. I'm just going to put a big strip down the middle. And place that so that the tip of my fish is at the top of the love heart. And again, if my fingers are little, I can push them in. If I need some help with a pair of scissors, I can do that too with my big hands. Trying not to squash the tail of my fish. Stick those 2 surfaces together. Oh, it's looking good. There we go. I've got some lovely motion to my fish. Just need some eyes and then we're done. I'm going to use some stickers, but you might like to cut out your some circles from any other paper that you've got. You might like to put green eyes on this bright pink fish or colour some eyes in there. I quite like the look of stickers, so I'm going to do that just now. And I've got these that are blue, so I'm going to, in the centre of my face, the fish face, about halfway down, I'm going to pop my 2 stickers. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Woo! I reckon this one could nibble your toes and nibble your fingers and possibly even your elbows. So hopefully you'll get to meet it when you go along the Rainforest River. Thank you, explorers. Enjoy.